So Boris Johnson's in a little bit of heat over his new vaccine restrictions, not over his hair. I'll still never get over this guy. God damn it. Come on. Right? I don't know what it, that, I mean, even Chris Christie doesn't show up with food stains on his shirt. You know what I mean? It's just like, and when he looks down, I think it's even worse. Like, it's getting worse. Like, I don't know. I don't want to make too much out of this, but the big problem is he's in trouble. Why? Because a week ago Tuesday, this video surfaced, right? So they're enforcing when they were enforcing the lockdown. There was a video that was one of his high staff members, and she was doing a mock press conference. So they're like doing a practice press conference. I don't know why. I don't know what that's about, but they were doing a practice press conference, and they were filming it. So she's taking questions from people who are asking her questions as for practice. And at one point, she even goes, "What's the right answer to this?" But watch how they make fun of them breaking the COVID lockdown rules, right? So here we go.
I've just seen reports on Twitter that there was a Downing Street Christmas party on Friday night. Do you recognise those reports?
So he says, hey, there's been reports that there was a Downing Street Christmas party. Do you recognize these reports? Okay.
I went home. Hold on.
Would the Prime Minister condone having a Christmas party?
Would the Prime Minister condone having a Christmas party? So you can see she's trying to think, what's the right answer?
What's the answer?
Wasn't the party? It was cheese and wine.
Clear, it's not.
There's cheese.
And then somebody jokes over here and says it wasn't a party, it was cheese and wine. And then she laughs and says this.
Fine, all right.
No.
It was a business meeting.
I'm joking.
This is recorded. This fictional party was a business meeting. And it was not socially distanced.
So they're all laughing and joking about it, that they had a Christmas party and it wasn't socially distanced. And that was in the middle of England going through a severe lockdown. And so now they're imposing new restrictions because of, well, here it is. They were mocking coronavirus rules at a moment when Britons had been ordered to cancel parties and family reunions, and when some were prevented from saying their last farewells to dying relatives. So that's when that video was taken. So that surfaced last Tuesday. And then Boris Johnson had to come out and address it because he's instituting more restrictions now, right? So here he is. He had to, this is great when they do this. They have to go speak in front of everybody and everybody yells at each other over there in the UK. Why don't we have that here? Everybody's got to be on the good behavior and, oh, how dare you? I love when they yell shit at each other. Here we go.
Mr. Speaker, may I begin by saying that I understand and share the anger up and down the country at seeing Number 10 staff seeming to make light of lockdown measures. And I can understand how infuriating it must be to think that the people who have been setting the rules have not been following the rules, Mr. Speaker, because I was also furious to see that clip. And Mr. Speaker, I apologize unreservedly for the offence that it has caused up and down the country, and I apologize for the impression that it gives. But I repeat, Mr. Speaker, that I have been repeatedly assured since these allegations emerged that there was no party and that no COVID rules were broken, and that is what I have been repeatedly assured. But I have asked the Cabinet Secretary to establish all the facts and to report back as soon as possible. And Mr. Speaker, it goes without saying that if those rules were broken, then there will be disciplinary action for all those involved.
Oh, really?
But guess what? So they did a research firm they polled UK. They thought, did you think he was telling the truth about what happened? 63% said that he was not telling the truth, compared with just 12% who believed him. More than half of those polled thought he should resign. That's pretty awesome.
Where are those polls here in the United States, right?
Yeah. Under the government's new guidance, known as Plan B, people in England will be urged to work from home if possible, starting next week. Also from now on, the Plan B morning after pill will be called the Don't Worry You Don't Need It Because You Won't Be Out Anyway pill. So also in Plan B, they will also be required to wear face masks in cinemas, theaters, and most other indoor places, and to show a pass proving their vaccinated status to be allowed into nightclubs and large venues like sports stadiums. That's weird. I thought the vaccine was supposed to make it so your life wasn't one long airport security line, but apparently that's not what it's doing. Why do I have to wear a mask indoors if I'm vaccinated? Doesn't the vaccine work? I'm asking. I thought the vaccine was supposed to work. That's what they say. So that's the whole point of when I got vaccinated was I wanted to get back to my life. Everybody said I could get back to your life, get vaccinated. You can go rejoin the world again. And I wanted to start touring and have a life and go to restaurants. Well, now, even if you're vaccinated, you still have to wear a mask everywhere? What? For a virus that has a 0.89% hospitalization rate. Keep that in mind. And most of those people are obese. Keep that in mind. So, with Johnson under fire, Britain introduces tougher COVID measures. So, people in England will be... Critics say the Prime Minister is trying to deflect attention from a growing outcry over reports his staff flouted COVID rules. So, yeah. So, does Boris know Gavin Newsom? They should hang out at a French Laundry or something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, watch how they still report it. They still try to scare the shit out of people. So this is from the New York Times talking about this. Mr. Johnson's decision to adopt a contingency plan he had long resisted, even in the face of Britain's already high daily rate of infections, underscored the threat posed by the new variant. You mean the mildest variant so far?
Yeah, that's what I don't get. That's the least.
The least deadly variant so far? Oh, my God! They're never going to stop scaring you. If you're getting your news about COVID from the establishment press, they're never going to stop scaring the shit out of you. They're never going to tell you the truth about what's happening, and they're always going to try to scare you. And that's that. Why? Because they're bought and paid for by Big Pharma. And Big Pharma wants you in a perpetual state of fear so they can push more and more of their product on you.
Jimmy, did you see that the CEO from Pfizer said we might need a fourth shot?
We might need a fourth shot. Yeah. So
I like that. We're going right to the CEO now, not even Fauci. We're going straight to the top to get the scoop on this booster.
And the Moderna, the CEO of Moderna is a member, the guy from The Daily Show. What's his name?
Trevor
Noah made fun of that guy because he said, looks like we're going to need a new shot every year. Again, for a virus that has a 0.89% hospitalization rate, and most of those people are obese, elderly, with comorbidities. Okay. Hey, come see a live stand-up show. We're doing New Year's Eve in Studio City. In January, we'll be in Raleigh, North Carolina. In February, we're going to be in Philadelphia. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all our tickets.